Hey y'all, just me. Sorry I haven't been doing many videos lately. Life's been a little crazy. But anyway, the video today, I'm going to talk to you about your food stores. Not just your food stores at home. Food stores in your vehicle. Yes, I've touched on this a couple of times. Having something is better than having nothing. I don't care if you have blocks of ramen noodle in your car, ramen noodles. You can eat them dry if you had to. Anything is better than nothing. Keep in mind, your vehicle is not temperature controlled when you're not driving it. Things are going to get hot and cold. So you're going to want something that's not going to succumb to that quickly. My preferred food for that is those lifeboat rations. They don't taste bad. They're not thirst-provoking. They're very calorie and nutrient dense. And they're good for about 5 years. Just throw them in your trunk and leave them until you need them. One package of them, depending on where you get it, run anywhere from $5 to $10. They come in, there's a few different flavors. There's like lemon and shortbread cookie and all these different flavors. And one of those is supposed to last you 3 days. One package. One person, one package, 3 days. It's 3,600 calories a day. There's 9 bars in there and they're 1,200 calories a piece. So that's a lot of calories. That should keep you going long enough to get home. Really shouldn't need any more food than that, even if you're walking, 15 miles a day. However, we are all different. Not everybody's going to be able to, trudge 15, 20 miles a day. Especially if there's bad people out there. You're probably going to want to travel at night. That brings up a whole nother issue. If you're traveling during the day and sleeping at night because it's fairly safe, you're probably okay to build a fire. Not necessarily. You got to play it by ear. Don't take this as the gospel. If you're traveling at night, you do away with a lot of that threat. You're not going to be building a fire while you're walking, obviously. Walking is going to keep you warm for the most part. If it's summer and you're walking, nighttime's going to be cooler and it'll be easier for you. One of those packages of lifeboat rations, say you're wearing cargo pants. One of those packages will fit in the pocket, in the cargo pocket on your pants. But remember the old adage, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. One could get a hole in it and go bad. Be moldy and then you got nothing. So I recommend getting at least 2. They'll put them in an extra layer of protection, wrap some aluminum foil around them and then put them in a Ziploc bag. Maybe not aluminum foil, that'll heat them up in the summer. But you know what, you know what I'm getting at. Less desirable, but still okay things to put in there, like Vienna sausages, Spam, those little single serve Spam foil packets, those foil packets of tuna, cans of tuna if you got a can opener in there. But all of these things you're going to need to change out yearly at least. One full round of seasons would be about all I would trust them in a non-temperature controlled environment. Hell, throw some cans of corn or beans in your car if you have to. If that's what you got to do, you can get, a can of corn, a can of beans. You get the cheap ones. They're like, I don't know, 69 cents a can. And you can even get coupons on that stuff. So that's something else I'm going to touch on here soon because of inflation and shrinkflation is coupon shopping. Very, very good way to save a lot of money. I've been doing it for years. Of course, Mrs. Patriot's been doing the shopping here herself for the last couple of years, so I don't know if she's doing the coupons or not. I think she does the online coupons, but she's not real big on flipping them. I'm not either. I don't like doing it. It's a pain in the butt, but I do it because it saves me a lot of money. There used to be that show on TV called Extreme Couponing, or whatever it was called, where these people were getting just ungodly amounts of food for next to nothing. In a couple of cases, they did it where the grocery store owed them money. Of course, they didn't pay it; they just gave them everything for free. But that was insane. I'm happy if I get 50% off of my, my shopping items. But I'm getting way off subject. Anyway, go with, you can get them on Amazon or eBay. I prefer Amazon on the Lifeboat rations because I know that they're brand new. They haven't been sitting in somebody's closet for 10 years. You never know what you're going to get off of eBay, food-wise. Of course, MREs are acceptable, but don't just throw them in. I mean, you can just throw them in your car and they'll be good for 2-3 years in your car, but there's a lot of unnecessary weight and space in those things. So if you break them down and then put them in Ziploc bags, just the stuff you'll eat, or the drink mixes you'll drink, and your accessory packet, always take those. They have matches in them, good matches. But break them down to get rid of that excess space, that excess weight of whatever you're not going to use. There's no point in having it if you're not going to use it. And weight and space are essential for your get-home bag. So, let's see. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Of course, have a water filter. Depending on where you live, if you're in the desert, you'll still want a water filter, but you're going to want much more water than I would in this temperate zone I live in, because I've got water everywhere. I might take a bottle, maybe two, just to be safe if I'm having to move fast. I don't have time to stop. Tell you one thing you can do. It'll give you a little heat, and there's no smoke and not much flame. Is one of those little Nesbitt stoves. You get some of those little fuel tabs, and they have a blue flame that is easily hidden. There's not really any much smell to it. There's hardly any smoke. You could light one of those and wrap yourself in a blanket or your coat, whatever, and put that between your legs and just bend over it, and like sitting Indian style, and you're gonna that's gonna warm you up real fast. They're not, they don't burn that long. I think about 20 minutes. But if you need to get warm fast, that's a good way to do it. And those little stoves, you don't even really need the stove unless you're gonna boil some water or something. But the tabs themselves, you can light it just on the ground and it'll work. But those, if you want the stoves, they're really lightweight and they fold up, and you can put a canteen cup on top of them. That's what they're designed for. Maybe you need to make some instant coffee out of your MRE real fast. It's a hell of a good way to do it. Anyway, this has gone way longer than I meant it to. I will let you go. I could go on all day about this stuff, but I'm just now getting into Kentucky, and traffic over here can be nuts. So anyway, till next time, I'm at Victoria Kiram. Stay safe out there.